Peace Collective. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you guys times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. If you guys are ever interested in personals, birth chart information, all that information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. As you guys can tell by the title, we're going to get into another deep dive today. We're going to get into the energy surrounding Gavin Newsom at this time and the investigation being led by the Department of Justice and Donald Trump. Okay. Just as a quick disclaimer, you guys, this channel is not a fan page. This is not a stand page or anything of the sort. This is not a political propaganda page either. Everything in this reading is alleged until proven otherwise and for entertainment purposes only, okay? Please just take what resonates and leave the rest. If you guys don't like the subject matter, you don't like what I'm saying, it is no big deal just to click off the reading, okay? There are plenty of other readings on this channel for you guys to tap into if this is not the one for you today. Okay? If you guys do resonate with the reading, you like the vibes here on the channel, it is absolutely free to share if you care. Leave a like, subscribe. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family, okay? But again, we're going to get into Gavin Newsom. At the time of this recording, he had recently, earlier today, just put out what seemed to be some type of public service announcement to the general public, that him and his wife are being investigated at this time by the Department of Justice. Now, this investigation didn't just start today or last week or last month. This has already been going on. There's been a lot of whistleblowing in regards to the government officials over in California. As you guys know, or for those of you who don't know, Gavin Newsom is the current sitting governor in the state of California. I believe he is a Democratic nominee or a Democratic candidate, and he's actually looking to run for president in 2028. So I didn't watch his PSA. I saw like very short little clips of it, but I wanted to get into the reading first before I went back to listen to what he really had to say. It almost feels like a cry for help or like waving a white flag or some type of victimhood thing. I find it very interesting how, not to bring him up as part of this reading, but I find it very interesting how Jay-Z made his little, or has been on his little PSA, public service announcement, getting his presence felt back in the general public's atmosphere. He cut the locks off, got the NWA afro going on, okay, doing interviews now. He's got a few shows he's got coming up, on stage dissing people left and right. I mean, these people, it almost feels like the flame is starting to get a little too hot under your ass, so now you got to stand up and do the potty dance. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting. It just really feels like a pressure cooker, or like the walls are closing in a little bit. I just got a download about the walls of Jericho, okay? So yeah, let's get right into this, you guys. If somebody wants to timestamp, please feel free. Thank you very much ahead of time. I have a King of Swords here to represent Gavin Newsom, being that he is a Libra. We're going to start with a couple oracle cards first. We're going to get into the true crime oracle a little bit later, and of course some tarot to clarify the messages later on, you guys, okay? Let's see, what is the current energy surrounding Gavin Newsom at this time and this investigation? Please and thank you. What is the current energy surrounding Gavin Newsom at this time and this investigation? And the last time that I tapped into Gavin Newsom's energy, it was definitely a very peculiar energy to be in. There's definitely some weird, he's got some interesting pleasure proclivities extracurricular activities that he gets himself involved in, allegedly entertainment purposes only, that I found very interesting and that seemed to really overtake the reading. And that was months ago. I tapped into his energy. So let's see. What is the current energy for Gavin Newsom, please, at this time regarding this investigation with the Department of Justice? Please and thank you. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, so you've got salty and drowning already. So salty, you've got bitter, angry, and petty. So that's pretty straight out the gate, pretty straightforward. And you've got drowning here. Okay, looks like this woman is just drowning in an ocean, over your head, overextended, and rock bottom. I don't know why I'm hearing a song by Tank. Okay, I'm hearing Please Don't Go. If you guys know that song, you know that song. Tank, I believe it's a Capricorn. But I don't know what that song has to do with this right now, but please don't go, okay? But yeah, at this time, Gavin could be feeling a little frustrated. And you can start, it's almost like you can start to see when the strings start to get really thin and start to unravel, that these people, it's like turning the light on in the kitchen and the roaches start scrambling. This is kind of what this feels like, and he's clearly feeling some type of way with salty and feeling over your head and overextended. Okay, again, someone heavy in their feelings and emotions. This woman is drowning in an ocean, it looks like. What is current energy, please? Thank you. Intimacy. Okay, mutual respect, unity, and closeness. You see a man and a woman on this card. Again, Gavin Newsom made it very clear in his PSA that it was him and his wife are both being investigated. Okay, I'm hearing the word fiscal, because I keep wanting to say like the fiscal year, fiscal energy. Okay, so that fiscal profits, that definitely has to do with money and finances. Their money and finances could be getting investigated. Something about a charity is coming through as well. I don't know if Gavin Newsom has some type of organization in his name or some type of, I'm hearing a 501c3. So they're definitely probing into his into anything with his name attached to it that's got a $ next to it. Okay, why is this here, please? Waves, yeah. Emotions, worry, and fear. I wish I would have looked into pieces of his birth chart before I got on here. I might come back and throw it in the comments, or if you guys know any of Gavin Newsom's placements outside of his Libra sun, definitely feel free to put in the comments and let me know. And look at this, love affair popping up. It didn't fall out, but love affair, dirty little secret, sex fix, and down low. I literally just said a few minutes ago, I referred back to my first reading I did about Gavin Newsom months ago, and he's got a very high sex drive, very peculiar type of pleasures that he gets himself involved into, but that's not what this is about. But let's see, what is his emotions, worry, and fear? There could be some type of emotions or worry or fear that he has attached to some type of inappropriate relationship as well that could be getting investigated at this time. Okay, what is his current energy when it comes to Gavin Newsom and the Department of Justice, please and thank you? Burn bridges. Yep, lack of trust, disloyal, and turned back on. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe this investigation started because of some type of whistleblowing going on in regards to the practices or certain officials in Gavin Newsom's camp or under his leadership. Okay, and I don't know exactly how long Gavin Newsom's been the governor of California, but I feel like he's done at least 2 or 3 terms now at this point. But let's see. Lack of trust, disloyal. So he's burned a lot of bridges with people behind the scenes. I'm hearing he's burned bridges with folks in the Oval Office. And this is before Trump, too, if I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, him and Trump don't get along, but he's burned bridges before Trump got back into office, okay? What is this energy with him? Oh, harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. And it's so weird because even energetically, like, I feel as though I'm kind of talking a lot, or like I'm talking really fast. So I apologize if I am kind of spitting like fire out of a water hose, but it's like his mind could be racing a lot. And again, like I mentioned earlier in the reading, I didn't watch his public service announcement that he made. I read a couple of the excerpts, but that's about it. I wanted to get into the reading before I went back to watch what he said, but he must have been just rambling. It's kind of giving word salad, saying a lot, but not saying shit at the same time, okay? Harmony, balance, peace, and happiness, but in the same breath, you're salty, bitter, and angry, and drowning in your emotions. Maybe he thought shit was sweet, or he could be trying to balance things out, but oh gosh, okay, what is this? Antisocial in your feelings, like literally silent treatment and left out. And I just said a minute ago, he's burned a lot of bridges with people that are in power. Silent treatment, left out. I just heard he could be getting kicked out of the club. 11:11 on the timer as I said that. Getting kicked out of the club. Whatever club that is. I don't know, but let's see. Masked. Wow. Hiding, concealing, and deception. Yeah, so there's a lot of, I'm hearing hidden motives. His energy is wide open, y'all. Like, damn. And that makes me feel like if he were to get in trouble, like some serious trouble, or get locked up, or get questioned for a little too long, he'd get to singing like a goddamn canary, okay? Rambling, just yada yada, just yap 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 yap. Like, he talks a lot, he thinks a lot. He's in worry and in fear about certain things that have been hidden or concealed, or certain lies here. And this is a man who runs the entire state of California. I mean, Jesus. This has been going on for a long time, is what I just heard. Let me get one more on this, please, and we're going to switch decks, okay? Consequences, wow. Bad choices, games, and mixed signals. And then you've got narcissists showing up at the bottom. Are you serious? Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. And then you've got the sipping here. Gossip, rumors, nosy, cutting ties, okay? And look at this. Didn't I say earlier how he could have some very peculiar sexual interest, okay? This almost every time I see this card, it just gives me 50 Shades of Grey, BDSM energy. And it's not to like judge or say like it's the worst thing on the planet or whatever, but I feel like he kind of takes it to an extreme, allegedly entertainment purposes only. Look at this. You can't make this shit up. Chaos, upheaval, disaster, and downfall. So for all this to be showing up in his energy, especially for consequences showing up, bad choices, it's like he's very fully aware that his own bad choices and deceptive ways have led him to where he's at right now. And this feels very significant. I mean, this doesn't feel like even the energy of somebody who feels like they're going to get away with this. Now, maybe part of his ego could feel like that sometimes, or think maybe at one point he thought he did. But again, we have burned bridges here. So he's played a lot of different people. He's played both sides in a lot of different scenarios, okay? And certain choices he's made have burned bridges. And the girl is like about to set these matches off on her own. There's no one else here, so it's like self-inflicted. Wow, I look at the bottom of the deck and here it is, rejected, left alone, and it literally says self-inflicted. Wow, come through, spirit team. I'd say his channels are widely fuck open. Because there are some energies you could tap into where the energy may show up a little bit more shrouded, or you may have to pull a little bit more to get more clarity. But this is just giving rapid fire, okay? Now, we're going to get into this intuitive Kev deck as well. This made any sense to you guys, you like this style of reading, definitely leave a like, share if you care. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family. But what What is your current energy, please, Gavin Newsom? We're going to see, like, what are they investigating into? I can imagine it's everything because he already stated himself they're looking into him and his wife. But what stood out to me in one of the excerpts that I read, what he said was something, I feel like to the extent of they are investigating him not because they found a crime, but because they're quote unquote looking for a crime. Like, okay, isn't that what an investigation is? Like, you're trying to investigate the crime you think is happening. Like, that's what I mean. Like, was he just saying a bunch of word salad, a bunch of nothing? That's just kind of what it feels like. This is somebody who thinks that they're smarter than they actually are, or because they talk louder, they're smarter. Oh, God. Okay. What is your current energy at this time? Please and thank you, Gavin Newsom. And this investigation, Department of Justice. Actual money. Didn't I say they're probing into anything that has a dollar sign attached to it in his name in the same breath is being looked into. Actual money. Oh, geez. Okay. Death magic, conflict, and real love here. Now, I guess that would be maybe him and his wife. Now, do I actually think it's about real love? Probably not. No, but who am I? Okay, it's not about the relationship, but real love. Conflict and death magic. Okay. Damn, I just got a download about Bohemian Grove. Okay. Come through, Spirit Team. Maybe that's what that was. I got a download about him being, quote unquote, kicked out of the club. You've got a hooded figure here. Okay, looks like some type of person in an occult. Another hooded individual here. Okay. So, yeah, he could be getting kicked out of some type of club. And what that club might be called, I don't know. But they could be into some certain things, such as Bohemian Grove. Okay. Conflict. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict. I'm hearing conflict of interest. There could be conflict in his relationship as well with this real love. Okay, what is this, please? What is the current energy you're in at this time regarding the Department of Justice? Manipulation. Yep. Manipulation. Looks like a puppet on a string. And it's crazy that this is showing up because I was hearing a song. You got me hanging on a string now. If I'm not mistaken, I think the group is called Loose Ends. I really like that song too, but as I'm channeling, I can't decipher all the lyrics right now. But yeah, you've got me hanging on a string now. So he was just a puppet anyway. He's just a puppet on a string, okay? And I think that he thought he had more control than he actually does, just because he's been in a particular position for a while. Maybe got away with a lot of things for a long time. It's when you start to think you're bigger than the program, just to come to find out you're not bigger than the program. Okay, what is this current energy, please, for Gavin Newsom? Expectation. Okay, looks like this guy is kind of waiting on something to come through, waiting on something to happen. Yeah, it's like, it's giving with him, it's only a matter of time. Or like he could have expected this already. What is this? Self-love and evil eye. You can't make this up. So it's self-inflicted. Self-love, evil eye. What's going on with him is self-inflicted. It's like you did it to yourself, kind of. And again, he also feels as though, and I think he mentioned this in his little PSA announcement, he feels like he's being targeted, essentially. He feels like he's being targeted, or he wants us to feel as though that's what it is. Like the investigation is supposed to be the scandal, but not the actual scandals that are being investigated. I really hope that makes sense. Okay? That show Scandal could be important or significant. I never even watched that show Scandal, but whoever played the guy who was like Olivia Pope, Kerry Washington's love interest, he kind of reminds me of Gavin Newsom in a particular way. Is her love interest on that show Scandal the president or something? I've never seen that show, but I've heard about it forever and a day now. But he totally gives me that energy. Somebody would have to break that down in the comments. But yeah, what is this, please? He feels like he's being targeted and evil-eyed. Emotional pain, love spell. Wow. So there's definitely some type of conflict going on in his relationship, like his marriage. But it doesn't feel real either at the same time. Okay, love spell and real love. That's not real love if you need to do the love spell to obtain it. Death magic and love spell. So there could definitely be some type of occult energy showing up here as well. Not that that's necessarily being investigated by the Department of Justice, but oh shit, it could be, depending. But yeah, he's feeling some type of way. He's angry, he's frustrated, he's got a lot of emotions going through his head right now. What are the current energies surrounding Gavin Newsom? Please and thank you. Ooh. Wow, destruction. Priestess showing up as well. So I mentioned this earlier. He's already seen this. He already knew. It was only a matter of time. This is an expectation. He could go to an occultist or something like that. A seer. A spiritualist that could have shown him this. And the manipulative tactics here, the manipulation, the pulling puppets by a string, it's kind of over with. And I'm getting this energy here with this manipulation card that things are falling apart kind of one by one by one. Or there are people that are going to start to sing like a canary, one by one by one by one. And it's going to lead all to him. Somehow, some way. There's definitely like an occult energy here, underlying energy with that. I keep getting that. Okay, what is the Department of Justice looking into? Please and thank you. What is the Department of Justice looking into specifically surrounding Gavin Newsom? What are they looking into specifically surrounding Gavin Newsom? Please and thank you. Achievement. Okay, what are they looking into? Okay, his accolades, how he even got to where he's at. It's almost giving like you weren't even supposed to be here in the first place with these achievements. Okay, or again, like where are you where are you going with the money? What are you doing with what we're giving you? Okay, I'm hearing something about the government funds. What are they looking into? What is the Department of Justice looking into specifically? Please and thank you. What is the Department of Justice looking into? Please and thank you. Oh, damn. They're looking into sending your ass to jail. Jail is a very viable option, okay? When it comes to the DOJ, it looks like. What is the Department of Justice looking into specifically regarding Gavin Newsom? Please and thank you. What is the Department of Justice looking into at this time? They're definitely looking to send his ass to jail. And I'm also seeing here, too, something about the prison system is getting looked into or probed, investigated. Wrongful imprisonments, even deaths in the prison are being looked into as well. Okay, we know who I brought up earlier. And we know who's locked up in the California prison system at this time, okay? Why is it here, please? Enamor. It showed up in the reverse, but I don't really read reversals. But in the reverse, again, I mentioned earlier, it's like, how did you even end up in the position you're in? It's like, people don't even like you here. Like, people don't even like you. And people have been very, I'm hearing, disheartened or in disagreement with you. Something about the votes. They could be looking into the voting system. Because I'm asking specifically right now, you guys, what is the Department of Justice looking into at this time? And again, looking into his love interest, his wife as well, okay? They want to send his wife to jail too. Wow. And again, there's a very heavy sexual energy around Gavin Newsom. But I don't know how to explain it, but again, I was getting like very 50 Shades of Grey energy almost. What is the Department of Justice looking into surrounding Gavin Newsom? What are they looking into specifically, please? Manifestation. Again, like how you even came into this position. What are you willing to do? What are you really doing to make the money that you're making or that you're earning? because it's not coming from us. Manifestation. What is this? What are they looking into, please? They're definitely trying to manifest him going to prison. I mean, Jesus Christ. What is the Department of Justice looking into, please and thank you, in regards to Gavin Newsom? Mental and emotionally unstable, and love offer. So yeah, you can't make this up. I mentioned earlier how there's a very heavy energy around Gavin Newsom's sexual proclivities, inappropriate sexual proclivities. So they're definitely looking into like the type of love offers he may have made to different women in his camp. And it's like, you know, did you help these women manifest their jobs or their positions through mental and emotional abuse, financial abuse is how this is coming through, or through means of a love offer? Basically what I'm trying to say is, you know, did you did you bribe these women with money and sex to get them in a position, or to strong arm them, to manipulate them, is how it's coming through. You got abundance at the bottom. Bribing people financially, or using your power and your position to manipulate women, and using your looks and your charm to manipulate women as well. Now, that's not necessarily a crime, but they are absolutely going to try to use that against him. There's a heavy energy here around money, prison, and mistreatment of women, or sexual inappropriate energy around women. What else are they looking into, please and thank you? What are they looking into, please and thank you? I'm going to play to Gavin Newsom. Thief. You can't make this shit up. I said this earlier. They're looking into how did you manifest what you have financially, or how did you even manifest getting into office all these times, and people don't like you, and you're a thief, and you steal. There's a lot going on with the money behind the scenes. And I said a few minutes ago, you know, where's the money that you're getting? Because it's not coming from us. And from us, I mean Department of Justice, the government. Can we get one more on this, please? What else are you guys looking into? And it's almost as if Gavin or the state of California may have accepted money from like foreign nationals, is how it's coming through. And it's like this money or these offers you may have accepted were very underhanded, or they weren't legal in the first place, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. And one more card, please. So what is the Department of Justice looking into currently? What are they looking into at this time? Or what are they investigating? The relationship. I told you, his relationship with women. Yes, his relationship with his wife, they're looking into that too. It's because she's heavily involved. It could have been the wife that was like money going through her accounts. Maybe that's why they're looking into her so heavily. Okay, and look at this rich guy at the bottom. You can't make this up. How and where did you get all this money from? Because that's not the salary of a sitting governor, allegedly. Or the money that we gave you through the government funding for schools went towards this. This doesn't make sense, okay? Yeah, priest. You get one more? And awakening. So they're very aware of what's going on in the Department of Justice. They're very aware. It's almost like some of this evidence can't be refuted, is how this is coming through. Abundance in North Node. So wow. And there's like a heavy energy around some type of occult practices with Gavin Newsom. Again, I don't necessarily think the Department of Justice is looking or probing into that, but if some of these occult practices may lead to or involve certain inappropriate sexual proclivities, then the Department of Justice might have no choice but to look into the occult practices that these people are allegedly involved into, if you guys are catching my drift. Okay? My goodness. Let's get to this true crime oracle, because I don't want to be here for too long, you guys. But let's see. We're going to get to the true crime. If this is making any sense to y'all, again, you like this style of reading, definitely leave a like, share if you care. But his channels are very wide open. It's like He's not holding back energetically at all. Wow. So yeah, if he were to find himself in a room for questioning, I don't think he would hold back for too long, because he's burned a lot of bridges. There's really nowhere he could turn to or go to help get him out of this situation. Wow. What is this energy, please and thank you, surrounding Gavin Newsom and the Department of Justice? Please, thank you. Wow. Celebrity. Damn, you guys. Fuck. Justice. Ooh, I wish y'all were in my position right now. Please look at this card really quick and cue the Jeopardy music. Does this not, from a quick glance, look like fucking Tory Lanez? Stop playing with me. Oh my gosh. Come through, spirit team. That is crazy. Then you have Justice that showed up right on top of the deck as I'm peeking. Ooh. Wow. Does this not almost kind of look like Tory Lanez at a distance, y'all? Oh my God. Did he put on a little hat and some sunglasses? Ooh-wee. That's not good. Okay. What is this energy, please? Now, I'm not saying the Department of Justice is only looking into that. Obviously, I just asked what they're looking into. They're looking into a lot of other things, but it's like a spider web. Once one thing is unraveled, or there's a whistleblower about one thing and connects the dots to another thing, the dollars start tracing back and forth, and before you know it, it could end up to goddamn Tory Lanez. Oh, jeez. Okay, why is this here, please? Legal proceedings. You can't make this up. We already saw the imprisonment card. Damn, Gavin. What is the energy surrounding at this time? He could definitely be going to fucking jail, allegedly. What is this? Affair. Wow, you can't make this up. Now, I don't want to say that somebody like a particular energy who was a whistleblower. It was definitely more than one whistleblower, but somebody that he had an affair with that didn't necessarily go her way, or he could have fired her or something like that. There's a disgruntled woman around. Now, she's disgruntled, but she's not lying about what she's saying to the government. Affair and legal proceedings. Damn, Gavin. And he may try to go ahead and get a fucking divorce to avoid this investigation going any further, but I don't know how that would really help, divorce or not. Like, they're still gonna look into her and you, and I mean the wife. I don't know the wife's name, but what is this? Road. Okay, this could be about distance, travel. What is this about, please? Oh, fuck. Damn, I just gotta download. Okay. I'm not gonna go there right now, but let's see. What is this road about? Oh, geez. Something happening across state lines or with foreign nationals. I already said that, allegedly. Life insurance. So there's definitely some type of fraud here going on. Trapped. Okay, what is this? Life insurance and affair. You could have a life insurance policy that he wants his family to cash out just in case he does go to jail. Allegedly, if you can even do that. I don't know how that works, but what is this? Hidden. Yeah, there's a lot of money that's hidden surrounding him and his wife. Damn, I don't know if he has kids or not, but there could be money like in his kids' names, like trust funds set up with his children's names, LLCs with his kids' names, but it's like you're funneling money through your kids' accounts and shit. Like, you're trying to get everybody hemmed up. My gosh, what is this? Hidden affairs. Wow, what is this? Drugs and poison. It's showing up here too. Of course, drugs and poison can kind of create a very clouded mind, a clouded judgment. Yeah, and with drugs and poison, legal proceedings, again, guys, he wants us, the general public, to believe that's the scandal. The scandal is the fact they're looking into him at all. Oh my gosh. But we're not supposed to believe the scandals that are being investigated, basically. Family, yeah. Investigating the family, home, everything. Damn, his home could be getting raided, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Motel, hotel. You're not going to have a choice but to get the hell out of Dodge, get out of town. He's got a lot of dirt under him. My gosh, what is this energy, please? Oh, shit. Child, you can't make this shit up. I really did not want to go there. I promise you, I did not want to go there. Didn't I already say he could have some very strange, like, sexual proclivities? Or there's something going on here that is very inappropriate. Okay, you have child that showed up. Road, and then you have greed. That was one of the very first words I used to describe him when I opened up the reading. Greedy. Child is, it's giving very trafficky, okay? Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. And I just said how he could have accounts in his children's names if he has kids. If not, then okay, that doesn't apply. But if he has kids, there's accounts with his kids' names on it. Allegedly. Jealousy, cult, wooded area. I told you, like, there's a woman here that's disgruntled, not very happy with him, that he was having an affair with. But what she's saying is not untrue. She's just weaponizing it against him, basically. She's definitely one of the whistleblowers. You've got cult coming up. I said way earlier how there's a lot of cult-like energy surrounding this. Wooded area, Bohemian Grove. Look it up if y'all have to. This will go hand in hand with that energy that I was picking up. Male. Okay. Yeah, you can't make this up. Let me get one or two more, please. Yeah, there could be like a lot of insurance fraud going on with like the hospital system there too, allegedly. And jealousy is showing up here again, you guys. Yeah. We're going to move to the tarot after this because this was very straightforward. Desert. Yeah, and when I see this card, it kind of reminds me of like desert, like desert, deserting someone, dry, desolate, empty. He left somebody kind of high and dry, and I think he may have led this woman on, or this woman could have allegedly been drugged or poisoned or something, allegedly, and she's speaking up and she's fighting back. She's not hiding in the shadows anymore. Wow, my goodness. And there's the, ooh, fuck. It's giving trafficking on all ends. Drug trafficking, minor trafficking, all of this. This is not good. Power supply. Yeah, there could even be fucking, again, I said before, insurance fraud, environmental fraud, and shit like that. If that's even a thing, okay? Wow, you can't make this shit up. Egotism. He's got a very heavy ego. Now, this is New York City. It looks like in this picture. It doesn't necessarily look like LA. It looks more like New York City to me because of the yellow taxis. But, whew, I'm hearing from sea to shining sea. There could be something going on with the New York mayor as well. Maybe that's why that's showing up. Or the governor of New York. Governor of New York. I believe her name is Kathy Hochul, if I'm not mistaken. Can you get one more, please? Yeah, and a lot of this is due to Gavin's ego and greed. Cover up. You can't make this up, and in debt. So it's like the state of California is in debt. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Look at this. Perversion. Something here is getting, I told you, it's real fucking trafficking. It's a secret here. It's like, how do y'all really get your fucking money? So y'all could be going in debt because a lot of this stuff is getting exposed or coming out. It's being unearthed. Cover up. He's got like a vigilante, V for Vendetta type of mask on, okay? And again, this is supposed to look like this is a vendetta against Gavin Newsom. This is just an attack because Donald Trump doesn't want him running for president. Damn, Gabby poo, what's going on? Perversion, again, intuition. I told you he knew something was about to happen. He knows something is coming through. And this guy is kind of like behind like a steel bar or something. And perversion, yeah, look at this. The devil at the bottom. You can't make this shit up. And meeting, yeah, the devil is definitely in the motherfucking details with this one. And when I say, again, I can't help but feel like that his channels, his portals are very wide fucking open. Like, it's like she just surrendered this. Please take me out of here, please. Like, I don't want to be questioned anymore. I can't handle this. Oh. And the reason why he probably won't be able to handle it, can't take it, can't deny things, because there's a lot of proof here. There's proof in the pudding, okay? Just the current energy. Please and thank you. Surrounding Gavin Newsom. Please and thank you. This investigation surrounding Gavin Newsom. Ooh. Okay, there's too many cards. What is this energy surrounding Gavin Newsom? In this investigation, please. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video. Again, share if you care. Please get in the comments and let me know what y'all know. I love when you guys kind of tie up the loose ends that I might be missing. I really appreciate it. Okay, you got the Hierophant. There it goes. That's the Department of Justice right there. Now, technically, Gavin Newsom is the governor, so he could show up as the Hierophant, but in this case, he's not the head honcho, okay? In this case, this is federales, like, yeah, the Department of Justice. The Hierophant is definitely like higher institutions of government or learning. I'm hearing the law of the land, the lord of the land, something about a landlord, something about property fraud. It could be important there too. Lord of the land, landlord. The law of the land. Okay, Hierophant, Taurus energy. His marriage here as well could be showing up with the Hierophant. The things he's committed himself to. What is this Hierophant energy, please? Oof, 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. You see, I told you, he's got a lot of different things that he's into that are very underhanded, very sneaky. The 7 of Cups can definitely be a lot of options or daydreaming, illusions, being inebriated. We saw the drugs and poison already. 7 of Swords is definitely someone trying to get away with something, planning, strategizing. If not, someone who's very deceptive. We got an energy of deception before. It's like he wants to keep the public confused, or he's been keeping the public confused for a very long time. And the government they've been on his ass, is what I'm seeing. They could have been going back, they could go back 7-10 years. And guys, I'm not exactly sure how long Gavin Newsom's been in office, but they're going back from inauguration day, it feels like, okay? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so things could be slowing up financially here for him. Knight of Pentacles can be a reliable, stable offer, but it may take a lot of time or patience to come to fruition or to the forefront. Why is it here, please? He's very fucking stubborn, too, is what I'm getting with him. Or he may have been stubborn for a very long time. Queen of Pentacles. This could represent his wife or just the financial institution behind him. Domesticated energy, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of secrets here with the money. And he could be using or use, his wife's name to hoard some of this money or to hide some of this money is what I'm getting as well. The Emperor, yep. This technically would be him, I feel like, though, like the husband. The Emperor is definitely a provider, someone in charge. 4 of Pentacles. He has a very, controlling demeanor as well. I'm hearing the word insatiable. I don't even really use that word, but I'm hearing the word insatiable. The Emperor is Aries energy. Very dominant, very in control, very stubborn as well. I mentioned that earlier. He could be very stubborn or stuck in his ways. He thought that he was kind of bigger than the program. just to find out that's not really the case. What is this? Three of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like giving job loss. So they're definitely getting or probing into like the unemployment rate, the homelessness there in California. Even though it may look like nothing is being done, nobody's doing anything, it's being looked into very heavily behind the scenes, but it looks as though they're trying to get to the very, very root of the problem first. Like they have to, because the problem is very deep rooted and it has a lot to do with the people running the state. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, that's literally like loss from what you do for work, separation from work, loss in making money, loss in dedication and focus, possibly as well with this Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so he could be feeling a little heartbroken. He could be feeling some type of way, for sure. He's in his feelings. Stubborn, pissed off, this conflict. He's in his feelings. And because the way that these people's money is, or the bulk of their money is how it's actually being made, is being looked into, that's why it's being slowed down so much. So a lot of this trafficking energy, drug and or otherwise, allegedly, it's being probed into like with a laser beam, with like complete laser efficiency, which is why the money is slowed down so much. Damn. Okay. I just had a vision of like a conveyor belt that just stopped working out of nowhere. It's like a power outage just occurred, so this conveyor belt just stopped moving out of nowhere. So like the way that the money was coming in, it just stopped or it completely slowed down. Queen of Wands, Leo energy. The Queen of Wands is like a public figure, someone who's very attractive, or they could use their body to get what they want sometimes. Usually very confident as well. That's why I said before, you know, his ego could have been very heavily involved, but now he's like really in his feelings. He wants to use like his public image or his popularity here to keep the public confused as well. What is this? The Hangman? But yeah, things are stagnated right now, or they're about to be very stagnated. Hence why he kind of had to jump at the mouth and do that PSA. That felt very last minute, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. And if I'm going to be real with y'all, I'm getting this download where I feel like he could have been told by maybe people who advise him not to do that. Like, dude, just be quiet, let things play out. You're going to come out on top with this. Don't say anything. But it's as if he could not help himself but turn the lights on. Now all the roaches are scrambling. The Hangman can be looking at things from a new perspective, or things again needing a break, pause, stagnation. Wow. Page of Cups. This could be an apology or some type of offer. What is this Page of Cups about, please? It's very young-minded, intuition as well, the Page of Cups. That can be an engagement of some sort. Something to do with children here keeps showing up. Six of Swords. And then the Justice card. Yeah, it's giving vetoed. He's going to be ixnayed out of office is what I'm getting, allegedly. Okay. The Death card. Yep, you can't make it up. Damn, I just heard they're going to be putting belt to ass. You see this Death card? Death is riding into town with armor, okay? That's lyrics from a song, but they're about to throw the hammer at his ass is what it's giving. Six of Swords can be things that are happening at a distance, or you moving on, creating distance from a situation or a person, seeking refuge. Wow. They may try to offer him a plea deal, but even the plea deal is going to be like, throw the hammer at your ass. Wow. 10 of Pentacles, the Hermit. Eight of Swords. You cannot make this shit up. There's a lot of hidden money. Hidden money here. Something going on with property and real estate could be very significant as well. And then you've got the Eight of Swords here. Jail, that's prison, or being very caught up in your thoughts. What is this? Wheel of Fortune, that can be destiny, fate, things that are kind of meant to happen, things that are already written in the stars, karma as well. Wow. I'm hearing something about Amsterdam, like New Amsterdam. I think that's an alcohol, New Amsterdam, but I'm thinking of the country. He could, what? You better not. Is he gonna try to like flee and go overseas? Are you even allowed to do that? Like live overseas while you're in office? I don't think so, but he may try to get the fuck up out of Dodge, allegedly. What is this? Eight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune? The Moon. Yep. I told you there's definitely like things that are hidden in regards to money and how these people really make their money. Now, of course, yes, they get paid, to be governor, but we don't pay you $5 million a year. Where are you getting all this money from? And how are you getting it? And with who? Okay. Wow. The Moon, secrets. And again, his intuition was popping off very heavily here before this occurred. He's nervous. He's nervous. The truth coming out here about maybe his sexual energy with this Ace of Wands, or what he does for work, his passions. Queen of Swords here. And, ooh, Lord have mercy. Oh, God, I just got the weirdest download. I do not want to say that. Oh, wow. I do not want to say that. You guys, I'm getting some tea in here, okay? Y'all are probably not even gonna fucking believe me when I say this. I don't know if I want to say it. Queen of Swords. I mentioned earlier in the reading how somebody on these cards looks like fucking Tory Lanez. So that's being looked into, yes. Queen of Swords, that would be the Aquarius attached to Tory Lanez, okay? And he is involved in the California prison system. Those prosecutors, I don't know where they at now. Kathy Ta, Alex Bott, where are they now? Gavin Newsom and the Queen of Swords. What is this? And the Ace of Wands. Why did I just get this download? Now that would be a fucking bombshell, okay? If you catch my drift, you catch my drift, okay? Hot Girl Summer. Oh, okay. Hot Girl Summer with Gavin Newsom, girl. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. I already told y'all that man gets around. And we know how she give it up. Allegedly, okay? If I'm gonna be real with y'all, no offense, this is not about her. Hot girl coach, whatever. But she gives me the energy of not so much like a rapper who just so happens to be an escort. She gives me an escort who just so happens to be a rapper at this point. I'm really sorry. Oh, jeez. Wow, that would be fucking crazy. I mean, I guess not that crazy, but wow. And you got the Seven of Wands, trying to defend himself, protect the power that he's built, protect his legacy is what I just heard. But it's like, what kind of legacy are you leaving behind? I'm not from California. I've never lived in California before. So I don't know what it's like to live under his policies. But as many people that I've met from California, I mean, feels like there's kind of an exodus going on over there, damn near. And as someone from New York, same thing in New York. People are not as satisfied living there. The cost of living is out of control. You know, how they run these places is just, I mean, my God. Has it gotten better or has it gotten worse? You know, California or New York natives, because I mentioned before, this energy goes from sea to shining seas. Like it's stretches all the way from California to New York to even other countries. Six of Cups. There's a lot of energy here that's coming back up from the past. He's going to try to defend his past or defend anything that comes up from the past. And this moon energy and the Three of Swords, he's definitely nervous. He's worried. You got the King of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Lover. So definitely heavy in his emotions, heavy in his feelings for certain choices and decisions he's made. There's certain people he may have aligned himself with. We're in Gemini season right now. The Lovers is Gemini. And the Five of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This is definitely someone heavy in their feelings and their emotions about lack of finances, lack of support, maybe even being exiled is the energy that's coming through with this. Yeah, Eight of Wands. He may not have a choice, but I just heard an indictment. He may be getting indicted, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Ten of Pentacles. Yep. You can't make this up. Something about, again, his legacy. He wants to protect his legacy. Or there's going to be a lot of information that's going to come out with this Eight of Wands. A lot of messages in regards to the stability he's created, the money and finances surrounding the government officials, the state of California, where this money is going. Knight of Cups just fell out too. So some type of offer, a romantic offer or a proposal. But I'm telling you, if he were to get a plea deal, like, it would be the worst plea deal on planet Earth. Oh, wow. Look at this. You got the Star at the bottom, the Aquarius energy, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the wish fulfillment. Oh, this is for money, greed, financial stability. You can't make this up. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah. So he's definitely heavy in his feelings. The Justice card is here too. Balance, karma. I see him getting exposed real bad. This is not good. And not all of it, but there's a lot here that's attached to this star, this Aquarius woman. Certain decisions that Gavin has made while in this position of power, and they're coming up back from the past. They're coming back to haunt him. Damn, in all types of ways. But I'm going to leave this reading here, you guys. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this. I hope that you guys were able to take something from this. I hope that it resonated. I hope that it was insightful. I appreciate y'all so much for tapping in with me and for being here. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.